Yes, I would.
Oh, yeah.
No, it would be bad to do that.
All right,
You would.
so start the stream. I did it already.
Oh,
Oh no.
all right. We were gonna talk about politics, but I guess that's out the window.
Sorry.
Talking about the finest politics.
Politic.
There's only the one choice.
Politic with a K.
Like
what-
magic.
Magic with a K, yeah.
Exactly. It's the same principle.
It's
Yeah.
the cooler option, you know.
Yeah, this is the right politics, not the wrong ones.
So hop on to Torchbearer.
I'm here. Oh wait, shit.
No, you're in the Discord.
I keep hitting the name of the game on Roll20. I keep forgetting to hit launch game because I think they're the same. So I'm dumb.
No, it's fine.
Here we are. Here we are.
So yeah, new season. Last time we had the winter session, so we're gonna call this season 3, session 1. What do we do? I guess I don't know. Is there? I guess there's a recap still, and I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter who does it. Maybe Chris would want to let me look at the. Maybe he can't do it again. Maybe he did it last time.
Maybe it did. Who can say?
I could say with my thing. And it looks like actually Steed gave it last time.
Okay.
I can barely remember that.
I wrote it down, so.
Good job, Steed.
Good job, Steed. So, does anyone want to give the session recap?
Chris, you're exhausted. Use it.
What?
Hey, we were in town, were we?
Yeah, apparently Chris is exhausted. Or
We went
Yeah.
to the healing church.
No, we were in town. So Tyler, I guess I should use Corbusier ran into an old friend by the name of let me see if I remember. Gary, I think it was something like that. I wrote down something that looks like Gary.
It was his former lover, Gary or something.
Yeah, Gary.
It's like
Gary, but aspirated G. I don't know. Gheiri.
yeah,
Apparently.
the philosopher
It's like
or
Jerry.
something. Jerry.
Jerry? Is it Jerry or Gary? I don't know. We'll find out.
You know,
Anyway,
they're hot. That's all I care about.
Jerry/Gary. You ran into them, and they were, they were happy to see that you were alive. But there was some like weird time fuck thing that was happening. Like it was, I can't remember who has missing time. If it's you or the whole world. Like you thought it was a short amount of time, but it was a long time. I think that's what it was. Like you thought it was fairly recent. Yeah, that must have been it. You thought that you had seen them fairly recently, but in fact, it was like a very long time. So that was interesting. But anyway, you guys got over that pretty quick, and then we tipped her off that there might be like loot in Crowthorn, and so she's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go loot Crowthorn," and we're like, "No, please don't." But she's probably going to anyway. Wait, why am I saying she? I don't know the gender of this person. Anyway,
I think it was a she.
So okay. Well, anyway, that happened or is happening. The other thing is we were leaving town, and there's a bunch of like people with plague that were gonna go stomp on the other rival group nearby because they think that we gave them the plague, or they think that group gave them the plague, but actually probably I gave them the plague because I had the plague and I showed up in town. Other than that, I think that's most of what the interesting thing that's happened in town last session. Do you guys think of anything that I haven't thought of?
Oh, we had the winter session and
Yeah.
gained new stuff.
We gained a bunch of new stuff. All of our characters got new things, or I got rat wise. I don't know what everyone else got.
I think I don't know. I can't remember either. Someone else got something wise.
I got Crawthorn Hinterlands wise.
Because yes.
Spending most of our time there.
And what kind of wise did Corbusier pick up?
I think I chose like chair wise or something. Let me double check.
Trap wise.
Yeah, I'm good with finding traps.
Because there's like 3 or 4 traps or whatever, and you're like, I'm trap wise now.
Yeah, I'm good with traps.
And we all leveled up, right?
Yeah.
To like level 2.
We all leveled up. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're left. So as you were leaving town, I guess the snow is melting. Maybe there's still some snow amidst the trees, but I guess it's drying out a tiny bit, and the smoke from the I guess ever smoking forest, just south of Tent City and the cathedral. It's starting up again. But I guess it's like some animals are out and about in the fields, and I guess generally life is returning to this like post-apocalyptic kind of place, as it were. Like the grass, like the weedy grass, is starting to grow, maybe a little yellow in tinge because the clouds are kind of smoky here, but yeah. And then like a group of zealots, maybe like 4 of zealots, are like trying to get you to go with them to the castle, because there's a plague cult there, and they think they cursed them because they're kind of at odds right now. But at the same time, Gihari's group is preparing to set out on the quest to loot the ruins of Crowthorn. So what are you doing? I know we talked a little bit about what kind of quests are, but I guess like a general question is, what are you doing this session? And how we answer that is with beliefs, instincts, and goals. You gave the prologue, Chris. So your character, Elfwin, can remove their condition.
Perfect.
So, beliefs, instincts, and goals. Oh, and I guess the information that Gary, or I don't know what how do you
My lover.
Yeah, Corbusier's lover, and
call her hot.
and then former shipmate, expended a bunch of information also. So there's a couple of former crewmates that she knows roughly the whereabouts, and she gave you that there's another kind of fisher town southeast of Tent City at the coast called Clifton, and she thinks that's where Corbusier's mentor is. And then she thinks that his friend and first mate is at Alderport. I think Roman's hometown. And that's kind of to the north.
Alderport or Adderport?
Adderport, sorry. It's to the north and east. I think different people call it different things. So like if you're from the
Fair enough.
if you're from like the slums, people call it like addled port because you got to be crazy to live there. and,
Nice.
and then other people, people call it different things, and yeah. So, Beliefs, Instincts, Skulls. Who wants to start, or do you want to have this kind of work up on what we want to do?
Well, didn't we already agree to try to find like the shipmates or something, or just like find more on Kabuzi's backstory?
Yeah, like I asked you guys, and you kind of voted on it a little bit to say that Kabuzier's backstory is a little interesting. We got
Tantalizing. True.
so, but this session, are you setting out to Clifton? Are you gonna go try to get some of your loot that's in the hall before Gary gets it? Are you gonna take an offer, check out where the castle is? Like, there's lots of threads. Which one are you gonna pull at?
Well, house loot is still back there. Winter passed, so there's a couple months. Maybe all of it's gone already. Who knows?
Well, the winters are harsh, and basically anyone who has any sense, winter's in town.
Okay, so whoever was stay outside is like almost dead, or they have some crazy.
Yeah, they're either like absolutely insane, or they're like dead. Mechanically, I guess to let you guys know, if you guys miss getting to town in a winter session and wanted to push on, and like finish like another adventure, say, the grind becomes 3 turns, and it's really hard instead of every 4.
Well, if our stuff is still there, and we know people are going to get it, I would like to stop them.
Yeah, well, we don't necessarily have to stop them, but we might want to get our stuff that we left there. Because we've got there's a scroll there, and there's a spell book. There's
we
also
hid them, right? We like hid it in like a cupboard.
How good did we hide them?
I think we hid them fairly well. I remember we talked a lot about it.
I think you put the things that could be put in places, you put them like under the floorboard, but I think there's like a cask of ale or a cask of beer which can't be fit underneath. Probably like some of these are picked up. I can't remember which ones were picked up.
We brought the wheel of cheese with us, right?
We did. The shield is gone.
Here, I'll edit it. So the shield, someone has the shield, right?
I tried selling the shield. No one wanted it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah,
I think I have it.
I have the spell book as well.
That shield can make a pretty good toboggan.
So does anyone have Ithiel's journal?
No.
Okay, so that's there. So the spell book with the Wisdom of the Sages, Dance of the Fireflies, and Lightness of Being, you have it?
Yes, I have that.
Okay. I'm just gonna strike it through just because I don't want to lose the spell names that are in there. There's a carpet.
No, it's okay. I mean, I wrote down what the spell names are.
I think you have the deed stashed away in like a folder or something in like a book. And I was like, it's like a single piece of paper. Could fit in a book.
I can't tell if we sold the carpet. Did we sell the carpet?
There was one, or I think it was a bunch of carpets. There's definitely at least one more.
Yeah, I believe there was 2, and we sold one of them.
Like a ornate carved desk. It says smaller than a door. Actually, should be larger than the door.
Use the desk as a door.
Okay, so who has this stuff?
So all this is just kind of stored. The stuff that's not is like stored in your house. I guess your house, but like their campsite at the Guild Hall apartment camp. I think did someone take the rune helmet also? I think someone
I
was
don't
wearing.
think so. I'm wearing one, but I already got that one. I think that we ran out of space.
Okay. There's a cloak, carpet, count notes, grappling hook, hammer, iron spikes, ornately carved desk. Is there anything else that you would? No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah,
So belief six skulls. Are you? I guess are you?
But yeah, I guess it depends on what we want to do, right?
Yeah. So just because you have it on map, you could fast travel there, but I'm going to say that because another group is there, is wanting to like set out, you're gonna run a chase conflict to try to get there first.
okay, wait. We are going there, right? Like
Well,
we
it
got.
depends. What do we want from there? Like, it's not like there's like all that much that's really there that we really necessarily want, unless we think there's some treasure that,
We
you
left
know.
behind.
Yeah, and I don't seem to recall anything like that. We've searched Growthorpe pretty thoroughly. I'm not saying there's nothing there, but we
Moving
could
up.
just easily move on and do something else. Yeah. Because like we could go look for Corbusier's crew. I also have the plague. I would like to not have the plague. That would be good.
That's a very good. That could make finding my crewmates interesting though. Maybe they turned heel and you bring in the plague would be like a boon to us. I don't know. Wait, are we inoculated for the plague outside of you?
You are not.
Oh
Shit.
shit.
That reminds me. Last time you guys ate and shared water, I would have required you guys to make health rolls in order to get the plague like with them because you shared water and food with Elfwin. So next time that happens, I'm gonna do that. So
Okay.
I guess Corbusier, how badly do you want to find your crew? This session?
I'd love to find my crew.
Do you want to talk to a different crew member this session, or would you want to wait a session? Essentially,
I think I'm gonna wait a session.
you're gonna wait.
How are you feeling, Elfwin? Do we know that you have the plague or?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
His like eyes have turned blood red. Look, the whites of his eyes.
I think we should really check this out before we do anything. Honestly.
I agree. If only because, it could cause big problems.
Yeah. Like, what if somebody sees like your eyes and doesn't know it's the plague and thinks you're like a deity? That's weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that would be a good one. And like, there's like there's like a group of people heading over there to the plague people. Like, even if they didn't cause it, they probably know how plagues work, and they could probably cure one if they were forced to. And if we've got a bunch of street toughs who are mad,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I think. But if you guys don't want to do that, you can argue for it. But my character's going to be pretty insistent that we should do that. Because he has the plague and he doesn't want to have the plague.
And you know what? I think we should do that. I think you should check out your plague first before we do anything.
All right. So in that case, beliefs, instincts, goals. My instinct. This is tough. My goal would be to cure the region of the plague. How about that? We'll be less selfish.
The entire region.
Yeah, why not? Plagues are bad. Unnatural. So that's my goal. Instinct. Is there an instinct that would help me not transfer the plague to other people, Sean? Is there a way I could figure? Because that would be a good instinct. Or is it just inevitable if we are eating at the same time that I could transfer it to them? Because if there's something I can do, then maybe I could do it. But if not, I could just do something else.
Well, mechanically, you could not have food, and then you could, if they're, say, cooking food or prepping food, you can prep your own food. Alternatively, don't drink from the jug that everyone else is drinking from.
Right. So there's nothing mechanically that I can do, instinct-wise, to not spread the plague. That wouldn't help.
If you don't want to spread it to other townsfolk, I think you could hide out in the stables or something. Don't interact in town, and it'll be always whatever. But that's more of a town instinct.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, because I could just have a normal instinct that would help, right? In the wilderness, keep an eye out for, foes, right? Yeah. So I'll just say in the wilderness, keep an eye out for enemies or foes, since we'll be going across the wilderness, I assume.
Okay. And
Okay.
belief is you're keeping the same belief.
Yeah.
Of, I believe it's the forest is ruined, everyone's fault.
Yeah. So the goal is, yeah, exactly. I can't just cure myself because the plague is gonna, ruin the region. I feel responsible. It would be.
This is very.
It would be against my belief to not cure other people.
No, this is a very topical storyline we're pursuing here.
Yeah, I mean, after this, I think part of the thing is my character doesn't really want to bring the bow back just yet because it's really cool and sweet, and I want to keep it. So they might just keep it for a little while. So maybe he'll be like, "Oh yeah, we can go find your crew," And there's also tons of places we could just explore in general, we can go into the burning forest, or we could just go investigate the goblin town or the cathedral or any kind of things that we could just do. So, but as for right now, I don't want to have plague anymore.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Does Roman or Corbusier want to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
My belief is that anything worth doing is worth doing in style. And my instinct is to always assess the danger when presented with a threat. And my goal for this session is to not get the plague.
I don't know how that goal will, I mean, it's a funny goal, but I don't know how you can really take actions with it. Well, I guess because it would be more on me, right?
Well, I don't know. What if we touch something together and then I rub my eyes or something? I have to be conscious of that.
Yeah. Basically, it's just don't share food and water.
Yeah.
And then also,
yeah, I mean, if you manage to not get the plague, then you'll achieve your goal, I guess. But
and please,
you can't really take many actions towards it, is what I mean. You know what I mean?
If I see you starting to sneeze, I will move 5 feet.
That's fine. You in theory, you could get a persona point at the end if you don't have the plague. So it does work as a goal, but you can't really progress towards it. Do you know what I mean? Either you get
Yeah.
the plague or you don't.
I think it's I think that the goal is kind of like I'm gonna light a torch. It's like you can light a torch.
Well, I don't think it's that bad because he has
Okay.
to last the whole session and not get the plague. Like,
Yeah.
that is like a.
But
I'm gonna change it. Don't let Roman get the plague.
Wait. No, you
If
can't
get
do
the
that.
plague- if you get the plague, I have failed.
What? That's not in your. You can't control that.
Well, I like to see him try. And that's
Yeah.
that's it.
If Elfwin sneezes on you, I will also sneeze on you to balance it out, because my germs will beat the plague germs. I don't know. I'm thinking. I feel like my goal should be something towards like helping Elfwin cure his plague.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Or-
you can
or
just,
at
you,
least-
can,
or-
you can just say that.
Yeah.
You could also do something weird with like your alchemy skill in camp and be like purify water before serving it to Elfwin or something.
Yeah, I can do that.
Or yeah, like help him not get the plague. Could be cool
Yeah,
too.
I want to help Elfwin cure his plague. I think it's gonna be my goal.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for sticks and stuff that we can turn into like a root marm you can drink. Or root beer. I like the idea that root beer exists in Torchbearer, but it's not a soda. It just actually has like alchemical powers because carbonation is incredible in this fantasy world.
Yeah. So Roman, Bleasin's goals.
Belief. Everyone deserves help unless they prove me wrong. Goal. Try to find a cure for the plague. Instinct. Always search for secrets or treasure.
Secrets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or look for hidden
Objects or things?
objects. Yeah. I just took it from your instincts and plannings page.
Yeah. But I think it was like either one could be a good instinct. If you want to be more vague about it, you have to get a good word, like hidden secrets. Always look for hidden things. Might be good.
Always look. Sure. Always search for hidden objects. Hidden.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, objects.
I mean, it'll basically give you, if you're in a place and you think there might be a hidden thing, you can search for it for free. So that works just fine.
Yeah.
It's a loot the room instinct. Those are always good ones. Because sometimes there's treasure. And if there isn't, well, so what?
Okay. So you're going to accompany the zealots. They're a little like worse for the wear. They're like thin. They definitely have been ravaged by the plague. But they haven't.
Me too, fam.
Weirdly, it's like you're just a carrier. You're not actually having the symptoms of it.
Well, I got the red eyes.
Yeah, like you have the red eyes, which is like the telltale symptom, but you're not like, feeling super under the weather. You're not really sure why.
You think
Well, maybe because I'm an elf, so I'm probably like special somehow. Probably when you guys get it, you'll just be like in terrible pain constantly, but I feel pretty much fine.
Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna go and set off. They don't. I guess they're just gonna set off west. They aren't really sure. Like they're not adventurers. So they'll actually look to you, to perhaps set the pace in the direction.
Okay.
It's like,
Well, call me crazy. I feel like we should probably avoid the zone of decay if at all possible. So maybe, it might be good to like go via Crowthorn because we know the way to Crowthorn, and then we can make our way directly west from there. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
that
And we
works.
might be able to tell those people, hey, this is their stuff.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you set out with a big group, of a train of people. Some of them are sick and moving slowly, and you're following your map. But I think ahead of you, like as you reach the gates, you see, yeah, like a couple kind of rough-looking people kind of enter Crowthorn, and I think you maybe Corbusier recognizes like a distinctive cloak that Yeri always wears as they enter the ruins as well. So you're at the gatehouse because you have a map.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, just a moment.
Wait, we're the unicorn icon, right?
Yeah.
On the map.
Yep.
Yes, you're the unicorn icon on the map.
Whoa, what was that?
This is Sasha walking upstairs.
Just trying out for Stomp the Musical?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sorry, there's banging upstairs.
You have to soundproof.
Yeah, I guess. Are you guys? Yeah. So who's taking the lead going west? There's, I guess you can kind of make out, depending on what hill you're on, because it's kind of hilly here. The tip of an abandoned temple, like the steeple.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, we can make for that. I think that seems fine to me. So let's go that way. Unless you guys wanted to do something in Crowthorn.
No, I could dig it.
Okay, let's go then.
So I think I'm going to have you make a Pathfinder test, and I'm going to set the ob to 1.
Pathfinder test for 1?
Yeah. So who's going to do it? And I think Alfwin, you said to set the course, and
Sure. What am I testing then?
Pathfinder.
Okay.
Would you like help?
Sure.
Can I even help? Wait, no, I can't help. See how...
You can offer aid with your.
I was gonna say you have wise, don't you?
Oh, yes.
So this is the perfect time to illustrate what wises do. So wises can let you aid someone else. So basically, you can tell a fact or something, and that'll help them. That's like kind of like with helping without actually doing it. Plus, it insulates you from any like bad stuff or
Bad
conditions.
things. Oh, that's neat.
So tell me something about the route to this temple.
It's dangerous, and there's talking birds. I think I've seen at one point.
Oh, okay.
Be aware.
I'll be aware of the talking birds. So they'll like try and like, I don't know. Are the talking birds the dangerous part, or is it just dangerous for
No,
other
it's
reasons?
just annoying. Don't listen to them.
Okay. Okay, I won't listen to them.
Perfect.
What's the ob, Sean?
It's ob 1.
It's basically like a help dice, right? the wise if I do something.
Yep, basically.
Yeah, so it's a help dice. Depending on the results of his Pathfinder test, so it looks like a pass. So you mark in your wise a pass. So that's what that means.
Oh,
When you have all four things, so you've aided someone who has both passed and failed. You have used a persona to reroll all your dice, and when you use a fate to roll just one dice with the wise, then when you do all four of those things, you can either change your wise to something new, or you can mark a free advancement with a related skill. So maybe
what's a related skill?
So maybe in this case, if you say this was the one that you got, maybe you would mark an like not advancement, but like a pass or a fail in like say Pathfinder or something.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
free
So
extra thing.
you make your way to the temple, and as you approach, you see a bunch of buildings surrounded, kind of like on the temple is like kind of on a hill, and then kind of around the hill, there's an area with the different buildings. Two houses remain. Like a larger hall, kind of a old guardhouse, partially decayed, and yeah, this area. I'm just gonna change this. There we go. A little bit bigger. Is colloquially known as Old Town.
Cool.
So yeah, there's a bit of activity out and about. In the distance now, you can start to see. I guess if you look south in this area, the whole area is cloaked in darkness. Here's a picture. You can kind of see amidst the smoke and blackened skies, a castle on a hill in the distance.
When you say blackened by darkness, is it just nighttime?
Nope, the sky in the south, and I guess where the zone of decay is. I guess maybe you don't know it's the zone of decay or what the zone of decay is exactly. But it's as if it's nighttime. But like where you are, it's kind of like overcast gray. Maybe a little smoke and a smoky smell comes your way. But here it's like perpetually black.
A zone of decay. This time of year and this time of day in this part of Crowthorne, localized entirely above this castle.
So, what is basically happening in Old Town? You said there were some things happening. Anything specifically, or?
Oh yeah, so there's like yeah, you can kind of hear you can kind of like see activity. There'll be like a couple of like creatures. You're not sure of their identity. They're small in stature and like hiding amidst the buildings and the rubble. And as you approach, they like go hiding, and the town is I guess preternaturally still.
Okay.
I guess you've approached from this area. Oops. Oh, darn it. I didn't want to draw. I don't know if you... Yeah, you could draw. See it. Like online. Yeah. There we go. Put this to white or light gray. The approach from this side, you notice that like all the old house, the feast hall, there's like furs and like skulls and stuff, just kind of like and like writing, kind of like in a weird, like not writing, but I guess like symbols and glyphs from maybe creatures that don't know how to like have a written word. But on the temple, you notice none of that. Like it's as if were too scared to have touched it.
How many people are with us?
There's like 4 people. I'd say for the purposes of like getting into a fight, if you wanted to, they'll function as guards, but their sole wanting to help is they just want to go fight the people of the castle. If you get into a fight with goblins, I think they'll probably abandon you and rush to the castle.
Let's go in the castle.
So move on. Set off to the castle.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Okay.
Oh wait, this castle looks really ominous. I wanna make sure there's no traps around this castle.
You're not at the castle. Do you want to assess the threat from here?
Pretty much, yeah.
So I think you're actually gonna use Scout. Actually, I think it's a good idea by like looking at it from a distance. You notice that there's like a couple of figures walking the parapets. So if you approach the castle, you'll either likely be spotted, and I guess it's not exactly the same castle as I described in the past. That's ringed by a giant hedge maze. The hedge maze has been burnt to the ground, and in its place, a palisade of wood spikes.
Oh.
So if you look at this, there's like a black moat and wood spikes now instead, and it's like it's just like a walled 4-wall square castle with maybe a 2-story or like a really high story single, I guess, hall. Or a keep.
Plan here.
This is when one of the zealots who's given you his name as Crumb says, I say we wait until they come out and slit their throats. They don't know we're here for them. We have the element of surprise.
No.
It's quite clear that they're not here to cure themselves, but they're on like a mission from their cult to kill as many people from this other cult as they can.
Oh, it's a turf war.
I mean, not that I don't think that's a good idea, but I don't really see how it's going to cure us of the plague.
And he says, well, we'll be cured in the plague in the next life. He kind of gives you like an evil smile.
Yes, no doubt.
Well, you were always thinking about how much you wanted to be reincarnated, right?
I wasn't actually.
Oh.
Hey, Crumb. What do you know about this cult?
Ah,
Why do you hate them so much?
He's like, kind of thinks. He leans back. He's like, yeah, I think I'll trust you. And he looks at Elfman. After all, you might not have any time left, like the rest of us. But a few years back, the 2 cults joined purposes to kill and gain power. that the other rune that we visited was defeated by both of us. It was us who set the town ablaze and most of the forest, but they betrayed us and sent a death into Crowthorn as well. A sort of sickness that enveloped all who were there, including most of our men. It is then we realized that our purposes were cross, and they want death, whereas we want eternal life. In a sort of, and he smiles, like, to best death.
Cool.
That's quite a story, Crumb.
He's like, story? You know nothing.
We know exactly everything you told us.
Yeah, and no more. He smiles, like, cocksure of himself. Like, you will never know.
So you don't know how to cure the plague.
No, well, if they knew how to cure the plague, they would just do it.
Sure.
He says, and if the other people would knew how to cure the plague, this plague cult, I'm sure they wouldn't tell us or anybody on pain of torture. For that's their whole purpose. Zealots to the end.
That's a good point. Having said that,
maybe these guys do know a cure for the plague.
they probably do, but they probably won't tell us.
So we're just gonna come and kill them to make them think twice before besetting the plague on at the footsteps of the Black Cathedral. How dare they desecrate it?
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. I'm gonna pretend to agree, and then I'm gonna talk secretly to my group. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna basically say, look. At the very least, if these guys go up there and kill a bunch of plague cultists, we might be able to use that opportunity to sneak in to the castle, or maybe steal the plague dudes' uniforms if they have uniforms or something like that. You know.
We can make them. We'll say we're going up. Say they make the distraction, and we'll come behind and pincer the other group, but we'll never pincer. We'll just go in a different direction. So they go in expecting for help, they get none, and we just get in.
Sounds risky. I like it.
Big risk, big reward.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because here's what I'm thinking. That's a risk, but the other risk is that we don't help them. It depends, because if we don't help them and they win, then that's good, because they'll go just kill more people, and eventually they'll get killed, because they're not going to be able to take on this whole capital by themselves.
Yeah.
But if so yeah, actually, you know what? That's a great idea. We'll just lie. All right, onwards.
Yeah.
Or should we map as much as we can before we get to the castle, and then when we actually get to the castle, we're ready to escape?
Well, we should also maybe think of setting camp, but maybe we should do that outside the castle.
Yeah.
I just want a way to get back while we're running for our lives.
Yeah, we need fast travel.
you need to enable fast travel cheats.
Yeah. Instead of running through all the things that we have to do. Yeah.
Well, you would need to have traveled to the castle. You're not quite there yet. You're maybe a few hours away. I would say you wouldn't need to plot. If we go here, you wouldn't need to plot the path from here to here, because it's just a good idea to follow like walk to the castle. But crossing the moat, I guess there's like a bridge somewhere here that they're watching, and people on the castle. So it depends on your distraction, and probably there might be a roll to cross the moat.
We should leave these cultists here while we do like a scouting party, just to find
Okay.
another way in.
We should set up camp like nearish the castle that we can like a point we can retreat to.
Sure. I don't want to do it in Old Town.
I agree. I don't want to do it here either,
Raiders
but that's what I mean.
everywhere.
Like,
Yeah, it's probably like for the distance between Old Town and here is it's probably like 3 hours. So
yeah, do you maybe want to head over? Like, we can make another Pathfinder 2, like the castle region, and then try and set camp near there.
Yeah.
Sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shouldn't light any fires or anything like that. It's kind of
What's the opposite of a fire? Let's just do that.
just no fire. So yeah, as I said that if you wanted to just get to the castle moat, you can just like walk to it because you just like walk to the direction.
Yeah, but we're gonna find a camp in between the moat and Old
Not
Town?
in.
So like
Sorry, what?
it's like somewhere in this area
Yeah.
here. You're gonna go look for a camp.
Yeah, somewhere that's closer to the castle.
Okay, so I think what I'll do then is probably just a survivalist test to go find an appropriate campsite. Like you don't need to Pathfinder to just wander into the woods.
Okay.
Or like it's not the woods, but like just wander around in the hills for a bit to find an appropriate thing. I think the thing you're doing
is
looking for a campsite.
Okay.
So is that survivalist then? Yeah, making camp. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking for something that's kind of maybe hidden, and that's about all it needs to be.
Hidden, and then everything else is gravy, right? Like, you know.
Yeah, anything else is just extra. But
hidden is non-negotiable.
Somewhere to run to after we.
I think
It's like if we don't have anything else, we can make it better. I guess we can always hide it ourselves.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be obstacle 2, survivalist test, and I'm just gonna go to the washroom while you get the dice and roll against that.
Wait, aren't you supposed to say make the roll first?
No, it's ob 2. I can make the roll. I guess it's fine. Do you guys want to help?
I don't think I can actually. I don't have.
I think I have survivalist.
You could help with hunter and laborer.
Oh, I can help a hunter then.
Okay.
I'm almost labor age. I can't help it.
Okay.
Wait,
Well, you can help. You can help with your skill.
wise? Is a wise
You're
count
wise.
in this area?
I don't know. Maybe. It's like the wilderness around Crowthorne, broadly.
Yeah. If I can, then.
I mean, I think that's reasonable. We're within a day of Crowthorne, you know. Like if your wise is that specific. Okay. I don't know. We'll ask Sean when he gets back, but I think that.
Yeah, just roll, and I'll say I help if I can.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna spend a fate and re-roll this. Okay, we succeed.
All right, so I'm back. So what'd you do? Spend a fate?
Yeah. Is it okay for Steve to use his wise still?
Yeah, you can just do.
How far does my Crowthorne wise actually go?
It's the
Crowthorne hinterlands. So, like, I'd say
hinterlands wise.
most places around here on this map would probably qualify. Unless you get into like the zone of decay or the burning forest.
Yeah, I would say probably the areas. Yeah, like anywhere that's not quite the coast. So maybe once you get closer to the coast, maybe it's something different. Not the forest, not the zone of decay, not in the castle or any of the settlements, but in between. This is basically what you wanted.
Yeah, that's what we figured, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Nice. Yeah, I'll just say.
Okay, so
goblin folk like scavenging for things in this area.
so we might be able to find some goblin holes that are, well hidden.
Yeah.
All right.
Former goblin holes, I guess we'd have to check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any goblins in there?
I'd say probably. Yeah, I'd say you find something like that, like a goblin hole that's been long abandoned.
And I just make sure nothing comes up through it. I don't know.
It's like since Old Town fell, I guess you don't know when, like years and years and years ago. Yeah, that's where the goblins made their home now. But they used to live in, I guess, the hills around here. So yeah, you find like a kind of like a den, but there's like a old kind of bush, like old dirt, like broken tree, and its roots are holding up kind of like a sort of like an earthen cave that could maybe fit a couple people.
Okay,
inside it.
Looks good. We
So
can hide from the castle from here.
Good.
Hmm.
Well, that's what we were looking for.
Do we want to map the area?
I would like to map the area.
So you're setting cap then?
We can't
you,
even
you,
set
you don't
camp.
have you don't have checks.
We have no checks.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad though. Okay. Crumb, stay here. We're just gonna
Right.
scout ahead.
Okay. So, what is your plan in scouting ahead? Like, what is the intent of that action? Like, what do you do, and what do you intend to do?
I intend to see if there's anybody hiding in the bush.
Wait, where?
We're going
sorry.
to a huge, ominous-looking castle. I want to make sure we're not going to be ambushed by cultists or something.
So you're looking for like alternate entrances or exits from the castle,
Pretty much.
or like
Yeah.
ways, all the ways in and out, so that we don't get surprised, basically.
All right. So you're looking for ambush. What is your instinct? I just want to see if your instinct would trigger Kabuzi if you were to make this roll.
Always assess the danger when presented with a threat. I'm considering the big, ominous, dark castle and the cult hanging around the area to be kind of a threat.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as an immediate threat, though, like somebody trying to hit me with a needle.
Well, I don't know. I'd say it counts as a threat. They certainly appear to be a threat, anyway.
I also
To
have
you.
an instinct for just this reason.
Cult instinct.
What's your instinct?
Search for hidden objects.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
Uh,
maybe like a lever or something, a secret door. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, the purposes of instincts that have kind of a slight overlap is now you can help on the net instinct roll, which otherwise you wouldn't be able to. So you can choose who's making the roll. I feel like it's gonna be still a scout test anyway. Looking for hidden pathways or places to hide near the castle, so that you can get a better look, or possibly see a way in. So let me look at this. It's definitely...
It's a castle. It must have hidden entrances and different things like that.
I'm just gonna say it's gonna be ob 3 to find exactly what you described, what you were looking for.
Tyler, get a check.
I don't have scout, though, so I may use this against myself.
Okay, so you don't have scout. So your choice is to use it beginner's luck, and scout is will based, so it'll be half your will rounded down. Or rounded up, half your will. And I set it up in the macro for the roll 20 macro.
Oh, you know, I may just use beginner's luck because my will's actually pretty good.
Wait, if he uses beginner's luck, I can't help him, right?
Anyone, or you could still help him. He's using his instinct and beginner's luck. But you could still help him with will or scout. I guess this is kind of close to the castle, so I wouldn't say your Crowthorn Hinterlands wise wouldn't be able to help. Yeah, so you could help him with like will or whatever. To note, you are fresh, so that gets added on as a persona, so it's just this extra dice. I'm just gonna say that it's good. It's extra dice.
That is.
And you're fresh, half your health, getting help, and yeah. I think Steed said you could use a trait against yourself to get a check. To note, also, I did some work, and I wanna say I did work. In the new, I have a Google Drive that I have various handouts. In one of these handouts, I made a probability of success chart that I calculated base probability excluding fate or rerolls or any of that. So
where is it?
It's in the Google Drive.
It's in the Google Drive. So it's ob 3, and if you manage to say get 5 dice, you like look, that's only 50% chance of success. If you have 4 dice, you're 30%, so a third of the time. But this is excluding rerolls and stuff.
So, I think mapping the area is more important than, I don't know. No, what do we find more important? Mapping, or getting the camp, mapping it, and whatever else, or finding a way in for later?
I think both are important, but I think because scout is not a great skill that I have, could save it for later so we can get that check.
So what's your will?
My will's at 4, so
it's gonna be it's gonna be 2 dice on ob 3 plus a help, so it's 3 dice plus you're fresh, so it's gonna be 4 dice on ob 3. So it's gonna be a third of the chance. So basically 2/3 of a chance of failing, and if you use a trait against yourself, you'll be rolling 3/3.
I feel like maybe we can get in there safely. We can find another chance to get a check to map this area out later.
I mean, my rule of thumb has always been like, if you can get twice as many dice as the ob, you're probably going to succeed.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you're probably not.
You might have to pop everything, like
persona.
But I do have a persona I can spend.
But sometimes it's better to just fail, right? So
you also, I think you.
Keep in mind, failing doesn't mean you don't accomplish your goal. It just means you accomplish your goal, but there's some drawback.
Yeah.
So.
Also,
I mean, sometimes it means you fail, but
also remember that, like, if you're not using a trait against yourself, you could use it for yourself, and it's like having 3 extra persona points that you don't have to spend with persona and get that +1 die. You know, so
that's true.
Just use. You can get another die, and it'll get 5 dice, and you'll have half a chance. And then you could spend 1 persona and actually get 6 dice. So you could play the odds.
I may just do that thing, because I do have Wizard Sight.
Ooh, how are you going to use Wizard Sight?
I am going to... I'm going to use Wizard Sight to see negative space. And if there are bodies around, I will know where they are. So I won't actually be able to see the environment around me. I will see if people are in front of me, though, so I know how to avoid them. And that's where I hope Roman comes in to guide me as I walk, or as we walk.
You're kind of a blind.
I'm
Wizard.
simultaneously very insightful but very blind.
That's funny. So you're basically using it as like an X-ray to know where people are, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna go in areas that people aren't and look for, I guess, hidden things. So using it to
much,
help
yeah.
you avoid detection while you search. Okay.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pop a persona. Bringing my die pool up to 6.
Yeah. So when you write it in to beginner's luck, you'll click your thing, scout, it's will, it'll say purpose of the roll, find a thing. Here, the help might get rounded down or something because it's rounded down. So it's gonna be will plus help. So it's gonna be 5. I'm not sure if it's gonna be rounded down or up. I think it's gonna be rounded up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dumb question, because I always forget. Input value will either your health rating or will rating any dice from. That's just I just put in the dice pool right here, right?
Put in the dice pool -2 because the persona and this is basically that's what I was trying to explain.
Yeah.
Is that you'd add your mental stats, so will and help, so that's 5. You put 5 there, and then on the next section, it's like dice from trait, persona points, or I'm fresh or whatever. So you're gonna put 2 there.
Yeah. Oh my god, what? I put 4 and then 2. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the beginner's luck gets halved, so.
Oh, okay, got you. Well,
But you should have put 5 and then 2, so let me double check if that's the right amount of dice. You get 1 more die.
I don't know if that's gonna help. It did not.
Okay.
So I just fucking bumble around, bumping into everything. I hit my head. Also, I put ob 3. I don't. Oh wait. Yeah, I did. Sorry, I was looking at a different one. Yeah, This is terrible. This is a bad outcome.
Mm-hmm. So I think.
I lose my voice to another bird.
No, I think you're using your wizard sight so close in this way to the zone of decay. Kind of like, you know when you stare at a light for too long and you got like that black thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is happening right now. You ever you can barely see. Like you're almost blind.
Cool.
Shit.
Woozy, don't go that way. There's a moat. You're now drowning.
So you're like fumbling, like you like at first you could see the people, but then like you're staring kind of south, and like you can kind of see like a big kind of like negative bad thing. Maybe, yeah, actually I like it that it's like you see like a very bright kind of scraggly dead tree, but it's like bright like the sun and it's like searing into your vision. And now, and so then when you stop trying to use your wizard sight and you're trying to like shake it off, it's kind of like like this big. It's almost like someone has their hand like 6 inches from your head, and like it's like blocking most of your vision.
Oh my god, no. I don't like it.
And it's probably will fade with time, but yeah, it's like a time. So that was the 3rd. That was the 3rd test. So there'll be next one, and then after that, it's the grind.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, you guys are somewhere near the moat's edge.
That's fine.
Oh. Put the failure
I
check
would-
mark.
I would like to keep our fresh.
I would also like to keep our fresh.
So what do you guys do now? Do you look for it again, perhaps with more mundane methods? Do you try to sneak across the moat? Because once you get on the moat, you realize that the northernmost part of the moat, it's like the water is just normal gross sewage like, but the further closer, like the more south it is, it's more like turns like a black tarry sludge. As part of the parts of the zone of decay kind of like creep into the moat easier than it creeps in the land. And I guess you could probably see the zone of decay, the edge of it, and like all plant life is dead, and like it's even though it's not just like dead grass, it's like the grass has died and it's been like 100 years or something, so that it's like just like barren land and like black like earth. And it's quite dark, I would say, possibly raining a kind of like black liquid from the sky. In parts it's raining black liquid, but yeah, I don't know if it's raining quite close to you. It's hard to see because it's so dark.
Yeah, maybe we just don't find a hidden way, and we just find the correct way, just the normal way.
No, yeah, you could see from where you are. You could see like there's if you were to walk around, you could just like go across the bridge, but definitely people are like here.
How high is the
looking
wall?
That way. The wall itself,
yeah,
is probably only like 10 feet tall, maybe 12 feet tall. But it has kind of like a lip at the top.
I have a grappling hook.
If I draw it, it's kind of like this. Like a wooden platform on the other side.
Does anyone have rope?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I have rope. No,
Let's do this
I don't have rope.
I do.
the thiefy way.
I sold these gems. I'm gonna delete these from my inventory.
We find a secret way or a obscure way through the moat, and we just go up the wall.
So you're just gonna like swim and then go up the wall?
You said there was like this not as deep area in the moat.
It's not as deep. It's not as gross.
Not
And-
as gross.
Possibly
Okay.
not dangerous as much.
Not as dangerous, yeah.
It's like
God.
it's like like
How
here,
wide is this
here
moat?
is sewage. It's probably like 8 feet.
We could probably just go like chop down some trees and like
Here it's
Make a
like
bridge.
Here's like oil and grossness
How about that?
Oil.
We could just go like chop down some trees instead.
and death.
Get some planks and then take away the planks when we're done.
Yeah.
And
We don't want to leave the planks there.
and then over here there's like a bridge.
Yeah, we can find some trees and kind of look like you spelled swag.
Yeah.
Swag.
Swaggy.
Swag.
The swaggy.
Naturally.
Swaggy.
You know, swim in the swaggy water. So yeah, there's a moat, but there's also a bridge.
I feel like this mode is just full of this plague.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. But not this plague. Other plagues. And other
great.
bad stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like this idea of building some type of bridge, or like a small bridge, so that people
Yeah.
up there look at it or.
So you're gonna
Check
go
out the
find a
pictures.
plank from a tree. But the trees are quite thin in this area, so I
And
think
dead.
you're gonna have to look for it.
Okay.
And I say, might as well not just even just say look for it, but let's just build it all in one go with survivalist.
Okay.
For
I can do it because I'm about to get a survivalist roll
emergency
if I pass.
tool making. Does that sound right? Yeah. Yeah. Or like how steady of a bridge do you want it? Do you want it like a makeshift bridge, or do you want to like try to use like,
Honestly, just something makeshift so that
Yeah.
we'll be able to like pull it up after us and not
okay.
draw suspicion.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be it's not quite a tool. It's not quite. I'm gonna say it's obstacle 2. It's not gonna be like a tool for a test. It's gonna be building a bridge, or just chopping it down, putting it across. Maybe shaving a side off to make it flat on one side.
Okay.
It's gonna be obtuse survivalist.
I don't think I can help with this. Or maybe I can. I'm gonna use my wise. Crawthorn Hinterlands wise. Be like, that's not the correct wood we need. This wood is better. More sturdier.
Okay, I'm going to use Firstborn for myself and use my elfin knowledge to be able to pick out trees that will sturdy and will hold themselves.
Okay.
Wait, should you try getting a check?
Up to?
Yeah. So you're using
I
it for yourself, and so
Yeah.
you're letting the grind hit then?
Yeah, if we get the grind. No, doesn't the grind hit after this one?
Yeah. The grind will hit after like this roll. So this is like wait.
I thought we had 2 rounds.
1, 2, 3. No, you have 2 rounds left, but like you can't get a check on the next roll and use it to spend camp because the grind would have hit.
Yeah, should we try getting a check on this roll?
I mean, we could.
What's your survival?
It's 2.
Oh no. I give you a help. Wait. Corbusier, can you help as well?
I don't have survivalist. Could I use a wise?
Do you have hunter or laborer?
I do have hunter though. I'm a hunter of 2.
Yeah, you could help.
Hunting trees.
I'd say like hunter would be more for trying to pick out. I don't know. I feel like hunter might be something slightly different. I would actually argue that scout would be a better help than hunter. So I think if you had scout, I would say.
Then I cannot help.
Okay. And what's your wises? You said something about wises?
Oh, I have strange happenings wise and trap wise. I'm trying to think of how strange happenings wise could help. Maybe help you avoid a cursed tree.
I think I wouldn't say that here would be cursed trees. Let's say maybe in the zone of decay, there could possibly be a cursed tree.
Yeah.
But also you can't really see anything. So.
Yeah, you're being blinded by this one tree.
This one tree just taking over my vision.
All you could see is cursed trees. Sorry.
Guys, stay out of the forest.
We're not in a forest.
Get out of the forest.
We're in the middle. Oh no.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
This is like being cursed with wearing AirPods all the time. There's a truck constantly coming at me, but it's a fucking cursed tree.
All right. So
Yeah, so I think you have 3. If you use the check against yourself, I don't know.
or if you used a thing, you would get 4 and could potentially pass. Alternatively, you could just use a bunch of persona points, and then
What
still.
persona points do you have?
I've got 3.
Wait, you have 3?
3 available to use.
Oh. Just want to keep her fresh as long as possible. Not lose it.
Well, I mean, then we should have already been doing that, guys. Like, if you want to keep your fresh, then like you got to be proactive about it. I'm just trying to get things done over here.
Wait, did I lose fresh?
Nope. But we're about to.
No.
I mean, if you guys want to keep your fresh, then you got to be proactive. Like,
How
I'm
do you
not
keep it
gonna
fresh?
not do anything because you guys want to stay fresh.
How do you keep fresh?
You gotta camp and reset the grind. Not get
Yeah,
not get
I've been trying
grinded.
to camp.
No.
Which means you need to have used traits against yourself to get checks so that you can camp with your checks. But we didn't do that, and now you're gonna.
Yeah.
No, I've made all the checks so far. You used magic.
Oh wait, he used that was a instinct. Never mind. Last turn. You have
Yeah,
I've been
an
using
extra turn.
Instincts and Wises.
You have 1 extra turn. Sorry. So yeah, go
What?
for that roll.
Okay, finally.
Tyler's roll didn't activate the grind because it was an instinct.
We did it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hit the Quan.
So you built a small bridge
Cool.
out of a tree.
Look at my bridge. It's amazing.
It's a sneaky sneak.
Secret.
It's a sneaky bridge. It's a secret bridge.
bridge.
All right. And bring you to the Liar's Castle. So yeah, there's no more hedge maze. So I'm just gonna rename hedge maze Spikes. It's more for an invading army. Like if you were trying to run it at it with like 20 men, maybe the spikes would slow you down. But sneaking in through them isn't actually that bad. Let me add the. Did I bring you over to the right? Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Okay. Let me add like a little tree marker.
Interesting.
Crossing them out. So there's a keep. It's not in the center. It's kind of offset. It's like 2 stories. So the wall on this side is actually a lot bigger than the wall right here, or here, or here. I had notes, but I don't have them. I believe the notes were: here the wall is good. Here a tower has fallen, and so you can climb the tower and climb it up into the wall easier. But they know that, and so there's likely to be people. Here, part of the wall is taken down. Here's where the gate is at the south end. And here, there's various kind of missing bricks that you could potentially use to scale the keep's walls.
Wait, did we just get past the spikes?
Yeah, I'll say you just get past them. They're more like if you're gonna run an assault.
Yeah, I mean they're just meant to slow down like an invading army, so you can pick them off, right?
Yeah, if
A small adventuring party is not going to really it's not gonna do much. You just
Also,
walk around.
if they were like looking for you, or you rolled badly, I would say that they could maybe potentially you'd have to sneak through the spikes. But since neither of those happened, yeah, you're here. That remains to be also, yeah. So you are still on the grind, but you do have one more turn before the grind accidentally goes off because you did make a instinct roll, and I forgot that was an instinct roll.
So if we go back now, we'd have to make checks, right?
You'd still need one check. So yeah.
I know, but no, if we, because none of this is mapped, so we still have to do all this again, right?
I mean, you don't have to make a bridge again, so the bridge
What to
is
say?
sort of there.
I need a check. I need a check right now.
It's like a good idea to go back to camp. So if you wanted to go back to camp, you could just go back to camp.
Okay, good.
I need a check.
But being chased, for example, I would, if you made it to the bridge, I would be like, okay, you have to roll the, like, dungeoneering or something to navigate the bridge, well, because at speed, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the grappling hook on the fall down bricks area right here. You said.
Okay, so you're gonna climb it? Or, like, what exactly
yeah,
are you doing?
I'm going to. You said you had rope, right, Alfwin?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a grappling hook with rope up there.
Okay. Are you gonna climb it?
Climb it and just yeah.
Are you gonna lead the party to climb it?
Unless I could just throw it up there with no problem.
I mean, you could just throw it up there, but like then it's there. It's, like, are you gonna climb it or not? It's throwing it up there doesn't require a test.
Okay, that's good. Should we keep going? We're here already.
I don't know. I thought you guys wanted to stay fresh. Do you want to stay fresh or not?
I'm gonna use a trade against myself so I can get a check.
Okay, but
no.
you need
Well,
to
you
make
can't.
you
Yeah,
need
you
to
can't.
make a
You need to
skill.
actually do something.
I need to what?
You have to you have to do an action in order to do that. Also, you can't just say that.
I'm gonna use theologian against myself.
You don't have theologian skill.
That's why it's perfect.
But how are
Yeah,
you using the
it's
skill?
real.
You have to use a skill. You have to do an action. Then once you
Yeah.
start doing the action, you have to be like, oh, and I'm hindered by my trait this way.
I was gonna say something very offensive in regards to religion. That's how I was gonna use theologian against myself.
That's just a good idea if you want to say.
Theologian isn't a trait that you have, though. You don't have that.
That's why failure would be so easy.
No,
Yeah,
you would fail
no,
the
I'm gonna
skill,
put
but
that-
you'd still need to use a trait against yourself.
I'm
I'll
just
use
gonna climb
begin-
up the wall.
Okay.
I'll use beginner's luck, and I will ask a really ignorant question.
I mean, you could just ask questions.
No, but I want to fail.
No, it's a good idea to ask questions, though.
No.
I'm
So
just gonna use the
you're
grappling
gonna-
hook and climb up the wall.
are you
and
gonna
just see
do
what's-
yourself, or are you gonna bring your party?
I'm going to do myself,
Okay.
so the roll isn't as hard.
Okay. I'm going to say. I'm gonna say it's obstacle 3, maybe. But I'm gonna give you a die for the rope and a die for the grappling hook. Might as well give you 2 die. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but you get some dice.
Or instead of that, I get 1 dice for the grappling hook and 1 for the thing, because I feel like that would make more sense.
For
For
what?
the bricks that fell over that you said.
Yeah. That's better. Yes. Way to yeah. The bricks make it slightly easier to climb, I guess. Yeah, actually. No, No, you get 1 for... Should be ob 3, but it's ob 2, because the bricks are easier to climb. And you get 1 dice for the grappling hook ropes thing. There we go. Thanks for helping me factor that.
Sure. Okay. I have.
So it's Dungeoneer.
I have 3 Dungeoneer, 1 for being fresh, and I am gonna pop. I guess Persona.
So that's 5 dice. Are you still doing something against yourself? And are you
I am.
when
I'm
you
gonna
pop a persona, are you just getting the +1 die, or are you gonna try to use your human nature or possibly nature to...
No, I'm just getting a +1 die,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use a dice against myself or a trade. I get Devil May Care. I'm going by myself. I don't need my party for this, I think, and I don't care if anyone sees me. I look cool.
As long as you look cool. Okay. So you factor your thing and do that. It's 1 less die for the Devil May Care.
So that's. I have 3, +1 for fresh, 4, +1 for persona, and -1 for trait, right?
Yeah. So it's 4? Like,
Yep, 4.
Fresh, 3. That's 4. +1 for the rope. It's 5. And then the
Oh yeah.
trait and the thing cancel out, so it's 5. All right. Yeah, like, you didn't care that someone saw you. So you're just like climbing without like checking or whatever. But yeah, you pull yourself up as you see like someone around the corner away from you. So like you pull yourself up and you're like realize that maybe you should have checked as you see like someone walking this way, then go like this way, like doing the rounds.
Yeah. I put my head down really quickly
Okay.
and say,
Like you're
"The walls are well."
Yeah.
I whispered down. It's only 10 feet, right?
Yeah, it's only like 10 feet.
Yeah, I whispered down and say like, "Yeah, the wall is well guarded. I don't know if we should go this way." There's only 1 person, right, that I saw.
Yeah, there's only a person. The human looked like he had a kind of like some sort of spear.
I'm going to go back down.
All right. Back
Before
down.
I go up. Taking like the same steps I did before.
Yeah.
Literally
I'm
seconds.
just wondering how mean I could be. So I'd be like, oh, it's a check to roll, but I think you could go back down fairly fine. It's not that far to go down. It is like a vertical pitch, but you do have a rope and easy grip holds. So the fact that it's
I just took the same grip holds.
Yeah. I think that'll be a good idea, just to, while it's still fresh in your mind, to to go back down. I'm trying to like get to the Untamed Wilds. There we go. I was just trying to get here. Yeah, you get back down.
Let's go back. There's no game like lore here. I just want to literally map this area and keep fresh before we grind.
Okay. So you're going to camp then? Is that what you guys want to do? Is that the plan? To quickly go
Sure.
through camp?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Camping. All right, in a sec. I think I just do a roll, see how dangerous it is. Then you spend your checks and do your thing. And I reset the grind. So, camp stuff. Is it before the town or after the town? Before the town. Alright. Do you have an elf with the wilder benefit in your party?
Yes, me.
Alright. So it's going to be a +1 to the camp roll. I'm going to say this is a typical wilderness camp. So roll 2d6 +1. Elfwin.
8. Sorry.
Oh. So it's 8. That is a safe camp. So
Hooray.
safe camp. Camp strategy, spend checks. So there's only one check. Use your camp to help yourself, or traits to help yourself in camp, but you cannot use them to hinder yourself. I'll say, Tyler, you're after spending some time, maybe like after like 20 minutes of just like in camp, your sight returns to you. And like as like the hand, like that gnarled tree slowly fades from your sight, and you get regular sight back.
Guys, did you see that tree? I hated it.
No.
Called
What
You're
tree?
Lucky. This tree was in my vision the whole time. It was terrible.
Like a normal tree?
Like a horrible, ugly tree. Blinding. You didn't notice how I was stumbling everywhere? Because of the tree?
We didn't know it was because of a tree.
I just thought that's how you were. Okay, so spend your checks. What say you?
We could just build a. We could just like map from the moat to the Earth Cave camp.
I don't have a check, though.
I have one.
Oh, alright.
Or we could just do the whole thing. Old Town to Crowthorne, Earth Cave camp.
So fast travel works in dungeons as well. So you could fast travel to the top of the.
Oh yeah.
Like you
right.
could map up to on top of the guard, like the wall, the guard wall.
Yeah, it's better. We should do that.
And like, where would you want to map from? Do you want to map from this camp to there, or do you want to map to like the additional like area over here?
Or do you want to map everything in the whole map?
Or do you want to map everything you've ever visited before?
Just how difficult do you want to make your mapping? Who's mapping us? Who is it?
Tyler, I think, is the map cartographer.
I'm a cartographer, but I don't have any checks. That's all I'm saying. So can I
No,
use
you.
one of your?
I'm giving you a check.
Oh, thank you.
We can make from Earth Cave Camp to the top, or just do everything.
I think maybe we should make sure we get Crowthorn to the castle. That seems like it would be the responsible thing to do.
True.
Like this in addition, like this little bit here.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, like, all the way to the castle where we went today from Crowthorn, and add that to the map.
Wait, to the top of the castle too, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least I mean, like, yeah. I mean, why not, right? It's not going to be that much in addition. I don't think. If we're going to the camp, we may as well go to the castle. You know what I mean?
Map everything.
That would probably be difficult.
Because that would include all of this too.
Whenever we have a spare check, we can map more of it, like map the rest of Crowthorn and the underground bits. But I think this will be important, right? So we should get it down first.
Yeah.
We map a day. 1.1 days.
It's not a day, but yeah. It's like probably half a day. So mapping, Tyler, you're mapping. That's definitely cartographer.
I'm addicted to map a hole.
It's not a few days travel. It's not a half a level. I would say it's like a small area. Honestly, it's like from here you could potentially see there, and from here you could potentially see there, and this is all like a good idea, and then it's just like the getting up there, and then the path from here to here. So I actually think I'm gonna say it's an ob 1. No wait, ob 2, because it's how you obtained the information is you personally surveyed it.
Alrighty.
So it's ob 2 cartography.
Okay, I'm gonna pop a persona, and I'm fresh still, I think. So that's another D1.
I could help with scout.
Thank you. That brings it up to 5 then.
Our scout can't help cartographer. Pathfinder would. But you could use your hinterlands wise.
Mistaken. It's scholar and pathfinder.
Yeah, but you could use your hinterlands wise because part of it, the map will be the hinterlands.
Cool. I'm just gonna like say distinguished hills, just distinguishing features than the areas that we've went, like Old Town. It's the giant evil cloud.
The giant evil cloud was over here, not over here.
Yeah, don't go that way.
Okay, so what's your pile of dice look like?
A total of 5. 2 from cartographer, 1 from fresh, pop a persona, and Roman's helping me. That brings it up to 5. And it's ob 2.
Oh.
How am I just? Oh, my die rolls today are terrible.
Oh no.
Hey, whatever. You get to mark a fail.
That's true. Honestly, I failed.
You need them. You need to fail to succeed.
Every single time so far.
Oh, really?
And I'm a harsh GM, but also kind in a weird way. I'm giving you the map, but I'm taking your fresh. You're hungry and thirsty.
No. Guys,
Here.
working on this map made me hungry.
Have this cheese.
Thank you.
I will give you some cheese. Oh wait, I'm ill.
Oh,
Maybe don't take my cheese.
I don't.
Don't eat my illness cheese.
I have a jug of water.
It's for me.
Sip of the jug of water.
Who dares wins?
So
I appreciate the gesture, Elfwin.
boom.
Elfwin, have you tried eating grass?
I refuse to answer that question.
Okay, just thinking of things to cure the plague.
I am keeping the abandoned temple as not mapped, because I'm more or less saying like that's in the temple. There's room. There's like a room, possibly two. It's just kind of like a small church. It's more not. It's not. It's I guess a church, not a temple. Temples, in my mind's big, but I'm gonna use the word temple, but I mean like a small church, like a single room church. Yeah. So you have a map. You have mapped your way to the castle. So
Oh,
Should we do the original plan? Send them out now?
send them out to the front of the moat when you like. Then you fast travel up to the
Yeah.
up already in.
We did the scouting. We have a way in. Now we need the distraction.
Who's leading this, by the way? Who's the adventure captain? I guess Alfwin was the original adventure captain.
Yeah, original.
Let's just make Steve the Roman the adventure captain. It's your say if you want to do the plan. Push us forward. Keep us on task. Go.
Yeah, let's do it. I don't know. We're going in there to find a cure. They must have a cure because they're not dead.
yeah.
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. The plague cultists are still alive. Why? They must be able to make themselves immune to plague.
Maybe, yeah, but were they vaccinated, or is there an actual antidote and cure?
Maybe both.
'Cause maybe part of it was maybe they accidentally invented vaccines in this fantasy realm with no science.
All right. So yeah. So Crumb looks to you and goes, "What do I do? What do we do?" As they're like, "Are we going to storm the moat together? You scouted ahead. How many are they?"
We saw at least 4. No, we saw 3. I think. There's 2 on the wall, and I'm pretty sure we saw a lot in the front. We just need you to cause a distraction, and we'll just clean up from behind them. We'll be there. Don't worry. We have a plan.
Are you asking Crumb to do that?
Yes.
Get them to make a commotion out by the drawbridge, so that I'll draw them away from where we want to enter.
Are you
We'll kill as
asking?
much as we can on the inside.
Yeah.
We'll meet you in the middle.
That's a good idea. He just believes your lie. I think he just bold-faced lie. He's gonna believe it. They're gonna go make a commotion and try to kill a couple people and then run away and make them chase him.
Good plan. Kill many cultists.
And in the hopes that you get in there and slit all their throats.
Well, what?
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Right, Corbusier. This is a good plan.
This is a plan.
It's a good plan.
It's certainly a way forward.
And then Crumb's like, "Yeah," and he goes off with his zealots.
More guys. Oh, they're so dead.
They're like coughing.
It'll be fine.
No one's actually died from the plague yet, so this is fine. You'll probably just be okay. Maybe you just need like soup and rest.
There's definitely I meant to say there was at least 3 deaths in Tent City. Mostly mercenaries types. because I think you
Maybe.
spent the time in the flop house, I believe. So yeah, a couple poor people in the flop house fell
We
sick.
need a bigger sample size then to see if they're not just falling because of pre-existing conditions.
Existing condition.
Yeah, they could have died for any reason. You don't know.
Yeah, like the plague probably didn't help, but maybe they also had like the hantavirus or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say they could just be part of a coronavirus outbreak. You don't
I
know.
got stabbed in the face.
Okay.
He even died.
Yeah, I was gonna. This guy just got stabbed. He didn't get the plague.
Yeah, it's
He just died in a bar fight.
Yeah, see, I'm glad we're on the same page about this.
Boom. There we go.
All right.
I got bored, so you guys are on the. You guys.
Hey, look! They have a wheel of pain. That looks fun.
You guys waited a moment.
A
Were
moment.
you here? Were you
Charging
here when they
up
stormed it last time? Like in season 1 or whatever, when they visited this
I
place?
actually wasn't.
That's funny. Yeah. So they spent some time on the Wheel of Pain. Risotto and
Oh,
Samson.
guys, you were on the wheel of pain without me.
He who breaks the law.
It's
goes
not
right
as
to the
fun
wheel
as
of
you
pain.
think it is.
I don't know. It seems pretty fun to me.
It's like the
See, I thought
it's like the Conan the Barbarian style.
But we did not get ripped.
They didn't get
Oh,
ripped.
you didn't get ripped.
They just got whipped.
We just got whipped.
Well, I mean that's the other
Not
half
ripped.
of the fun, but
I misheard them. I thought it was Wheel of Pain. I thought it was gonna help them choose a color.
Yeah.
That was the color of blood.
All right. Yeah. So there's a big commotion at the gate. This the southern gate here. And you see a couple, I guess, torches. I don't know if you waited till midnight, but the timing just works out that it's probably getting slightly dusky. So you see like some torches go. It's still light enough to see your way. But if you were to like get into a fight or try to read something, you probably would need a little bit of help from. Otherwise, it'll be hard. But so now you're on the wall.
Is there anyone there?
No, they all kind of. There's like an alarm being raised, and they're running off to the south. You see them like along the wall. Say maybe here. You see a torch heading toward this way, and then past. I guess. Oh, where's the line? Past here, you can't see torches because there's like a keep in the way. And I guess you're on like the second floor of the keep, sort of. With Liar's Castle. There we go. Yeah, I was just looking for my notes where I have it all. But yeah.
all right. So, what do you think? Where should we look for what we're looking for?
I guess the keep.
Yeah, that seems sensible, eh?
Yeah, so there's an entrance here. Oh, I'm not pinging. Here and here. Like you can take the tower like down and into the keep. It's not 2 stories. It's just like a really large 1-story building.
The keep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
the
very.
Keep,
It's
the
like
keep doesn't have like separate ramparts or anything. Well, I guess it kind of does on the south side there, but
yeah, no, it's like all kind of connected at the.
it's just like okay.
This side, you can actually possibly walk on it.
I was gonna say, can we get on the roof of the keep then?
There's yeah, you can get on the roof of the keep. There's like what looks like wooden. It might have been like a wooden kind of like structure, possibly plans to build it larger, but they were taken. Like people were killed beforehand.
Right. So maybe they were gonna build it up higher out of stone. But
There's like a separate. There's like a starting of a wall, kind of like inside here, like a second tier kind of thing. Where's my colors? First, get on the object layer. There we go. And then get on the colors. There we go. There's like a second wall here being built. but it's maybe only for a couple layers, and they're lined in, and then like wood scaffolding that's been since kind of half taken down. Yeah, if you wanted to like cautiously approach here, maybe you could like look at the other places.
I'm just guessing places of import are higher. So
Yeah, maybe someplace that looks like it could be like a laboratory or an experiment place, where they might be able to, you know, either that or like maybe we could check out the barracks and well, it says turned arena, but maybe like we could get something to make us look like we're cultists, One of those
we
two
don't have
things.
that many. We don't have that much time.
That's a good point.
Which one should we do? We're beside the keep already.
Yeah, let's just motor through the keep and give it a good toss. Look for anything that looks like a lab or something like along those lines.
So here or
That
here,
looks like
I guess, because it depends what room you will like enter through.
I don't know. Do you guys care?
Nope.
Do
Do you
it.
want to try and scout it out, or
Do
do you
the
want to just go
thing.
for it? All right, we'll just take the north stairs.
All right. It's a spiral stairs that descends into the keep. The area here is a set of rooms that looks like it. I don't know. Has any of your characters ever been in a castle?
Is there a castle in Aldenport?
Probably, but weren't you poor?
I was.
Would
But I
you-
worked for the nobles,
Ooh.
like slave thing.
Okay. They don't.
And-
They don't have slaves in Alderport, but yeah, like.
Oh, like as a servant.
Well, they do. It's definitely maybe a fightem. So I don't know. Semi-slaves. There's definitely a peasants. Who knows? But let's say okay. So yeah, this is definitely you would definitely recognize this is like servants' quarters then. But it's more or less kind of converted over to like the quarters of the guardsmen because they don't sleep in the barracks. They sleep in the castle.
There's nothing here, right?
No, there's no one
no
here.
people?
There's no one here. Like definitely you as you descended the stairs, you probably heard shouting and people like leaving the area to out the door. It's like there's an attack. There's a few people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go capture them or kill them." So people just want to watch. So there's like a bunch of looky-loos just running out.
Oh hell yeah! We could just sneak into these servants' quarters and disguise ourselves.
So yeah, there's like
Sure.
servants' quarters here.
I'm gonna look for, with my instinct, just look for random servants' clothes, like that was left behind here, or
I mean, you just search like you could probably you could find something. Is there enough? Probably. There was more guards here at one point, so there's probably extra, like just random discarded rags and there's not really a dress, but there's definitely, you notice that there's like a mark of, what do I have here? I think it's gonna be a mark of like
of the cult.
yeah, like a mark of a cult, but it's like on their helmets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could just wear these helmets.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you're putting on some helmets. Yeah. So yeah, there's like various like bits and pieces of armor.
Hopefully you
And
look like cultists just with this helmet. I feel like there's no dress code.
There probably is not like a uniform, but
Yeah.
no. So there's a couple like areas in the servants' quarters, like where they would dine and stuff. But there's like the officials' door essentially to the kind of this way. There's like a hall that kind of leads out where the line is. So like these are the service quarters, and then once you like exit, there's like a hall, and on this side there's more of like a fancier official looking door, and on this side there's like a swinging kind of swinging both ways, double door, to a kitchen, that you can kind of see. I'm imagining it's more of like that like half door, like a stable door, or like a, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like it's maybe like there's like a foot gap from the ceiling to the bottom of the door. It's kind of like a half door, it kind of swings both ways.
like a saloon door.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. A saloon door. Yeah,
Let's go through the fancy door.
Yeah, fancy door.
the saloon door for the kitchen. I'm just gonna write K.
I don't want to eat anything.
All right. Uh, trying to read my writing here. I don't know if that's a word. Um, yeah, I don't know if that's a word, so I'm gonna ignore that. No, yeah, you like crack open the door, and there's like a low fire in this room. It's more of like the den area, of a It's more of like the like living area of like the fancy people who would have lived there.
Okay.
And there's like a giant like table, so it's like a dining room slash den. And sitting amidst some papers with their back to you is like uh, a person. They're kind of wearing like a red, kind of like a old gross cloak that's red and trimmed with a bit of like gold thread. They have their hood kind of pulled, like just not he's not wearing the hood, and they're definitely like bald and with like, but like there's like a few strands of like really straggly old hair and like liver spots. And there's definitely kind of like this putrid stench kind of coming from them, and they're kind of like looking over papers and like reading, muttering to themselves, and they kind of heard you, but they didn't turn around, and they said, "Well, what is it?"
There's intruders at the gate.
Oh, go deal with them. That's what you're here for.
Yes, sir.
And he kind of like waves toward like I guess the southwestern door to here.
Okay, let's go to the southwestern door then.
Yeah, let's not
Good idea.
deal with this.
It's like, yeah, fireplace and like table and stuff. I don't know. I'll write D for Dan.
How many? There's two of them, or
There's like one guy.
Do they have any tinctures or vials or recipes?
There's definitely like some like cool looking statue on the table. Maybe
A medicinal statue.
12 inches tall. It kind of looks like a half person, half like
demon thing?
yeah, it's hard to describe. Definitely very frightening to stare at for a long time. Definitely, yeah, like a demon, maybe like a pig monster, possibly a pile of goop. Not quite sure.
Yikes.
It's sort of melting, but it looks like it was melted. But you can't tell if it was like carved that way or actually melted in acid.
Hmm.
So it just looks like a big cat.
There's some scrolls and stuff about, and yeah, there's definitely jewels on the table, like acting as paperweights to some of the piles. And is there tinctures? Probably not, but there's definitely like that statue, and like half of the table is probably like carved up in like carvings, like semi concentric circles, and then the other half of the tables where like he's looking at like scrolls and things. It doesn't look like there's like a tomb or a tome or anything like that, but there's definitely like piles of scrolls.
You said it was one guy, right?
Yeah, there's definitely one guy here.
While we're leaving, see, we can just jump that one guy. He probably knows something. I whisper this.
Let's get him.
It's one guy. It's three of us. That guy looks important.
We can have this conversation at a later time. Let's get some reconnaissance done before we start doing anything rash.
What happens outside? We
So
went to the southwest door.
yeah, okay, so that leads into a giant hall. And in the midst of the hall, there's like a double set of thrones, and attached to the throne via like a chain around his neck is like this hulking like troll, and so he can roam the hall kind of like this because he's like attached to like one of the thrones, like a big stone throne. It's like drilled through it and like bolted into like the ground is like the end of his chain that he's like attached to. And he like looks up at you and he starts like yelling, "Ah!" And he's like pulls the chain taut and he's like, "Argh!" And you can hear like a little bit of like creaking. You know what I'm saying? He's like
yes.
he's like a dog that's on a too short of a leash.
Wait, I thought he was a weird troll.
No, but like a dog. You know, like a dog will pull and like really try to strain the leash. That's what he's doing.
See.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to grab you.
Let's avoid him and investigate the rest of the keep.
You
He
see,
seems dangerous.
you see a set of doors here, and I guess if you were to like look, there looks like there was a tapestry here at one point, but it's been pulled down. But like a servant's door is here. So are you like carefully, like what are you doing? He doesn't reach the walls on both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just try not to get like murdered, but
Yeah.
This troll like 8 feet tall.
Probably I'd say somewhere between 7 and 8, but he has like this big massive hump. So if he wasn't like hunched over or like a humped back, yeah, he probably would be over 9 feet tall. So he has like these big massive arms and whatever, and the windows in here have been have been blotted out. Yeah, the windows in here have been blotted out.
Yeah, let's keep going.
And he's like, I hate you. Very, like, in a very broken English. And he's like, come
Oh, he's
here.
gonna eat us. Oh, well, that's nice of him.
And he's like yelling at you in some other language. He's like, give me.
Is it rat language?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should find some rats. See if I can get them to spy for me.
Wait, you could do that?
Yeah, I can talk to rats now. That's actually a great idea. I should definitely do that.
We have rat friends.
Oh yeah, so I guess everyone else is like, yeah, I've described this, and occasionally they might hear like a squeak or two, but you'll hear like whispers, like as you like enter a thing, like, oh, there's someone there, and then like you'll hear like hide, because like, and you definitely know it's like a rat speak, and it's like you realize you have like this understanding of rats now.
Wonderful.
So like, yeah, as you like go to a new area, you could definitely hear the rats like running away, speaking like to each other in low squeaks.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're going? Are you exiting the front door? Are you going the other door?
No, let's go in the other door.
Okay. The other door is is more of like a entertaining area. It'd be like where you would have, if you had like people waiting to speak, you might like usher them into this room to sit down while they wait to be like held up and like have meetings with the noble or whoever, the leader of the castle, whoever owned this keep. So there's definitely like benches and stuff here. It's like it's been stripped of most finery. And yeah, just kind of repurposed as like probably just where they store like their raid goods. So they might have, there's like some storage of like food here, a little bit of like, but it's all kind of like definitely rat infested. There's definitely like old clothes that they just kind of like tossed in a pile because, you know, they're like blood stained, but they're like, you can like wash them out later or not, just put them on, who knows. And then there's like another fancier set of doors here as well. Yeah, and if there was another set of doors here.
Oh, okay. So there's just like a pile of clothes, or any of them like any good, or?
No, there's like definitely people have been murdered in them.
Ah, right. Okay, I missed that somehow.
I said that like they're loot, so maybe I was implying that. So yeah, just to
my bad.
Say that out loud.
That's okay.
They raided people. And they stole
I get it. These are murder clothes. I understand. We do not want to look like murder victims. That would not be a good disguise. I don't know. Let's go in the other door. Let's just do it. I just love exploring doors. I just want to open this door and see what's behind it. And is there no other door out of the keep? It's just the one exit?
Yeah, the one exit. I think
at least that we know of.
They'll probably like. Yeah.
Okay, up to the ramparts.
There's probably a door up to the ramparts. I
don't. Ground floor.
Definitely not.
Fire hazard.
Not in this one. And I guess there's probably windows.
You guys are not going to pass their fire inspections.
There's probably windows out in this door to like look out. You know that there's like tense, and there's people like excitedly gathered around the entrance and the area over here to try to like let's protect, make sure no one comes in. As there's obviously like a scuffle, and words are being exchanged, and potentially there's like, I'll kill you 1-on-1. Take me on, bro. I'll 1v1 you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can hear that. Some Zealot was saying that.
Where? From behind the door?
From over here. You can see him out the.
Okay.
You can kind of see
I
out
can
the
hear it
window.
outside the window.
Oh, I'll just let them deal with it.
So behind the door, you open it, and it goes into a bedroom,
Oh,
the master
okay.
bedroom of the suite. There's no the rampart here would definitely probably exit out and wouldn't enter the bedroom area
Okay,
for
interesting.
safety reasons. It's definitely like a large, awesome chest here.
Awesome chest ahead.
I'm gonna say the bed itself, high quality, lots of coin. What else would be here? I think there is. Yeah, there's definitely a tapestry here, also on the wall. There's something vaguely familiar about the pose of the tapestry, and you realize it's the same pose and the same person who there was the shrine to back in Crowthorne.
Oh, Byleth?
Bywin, yeah.
Or Bywin, yeah. Why did I think it was Byleth? Oh, Byleth's the new Smash character, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
So P.
Yeah, and there's also another ornate desk here as well. The fine craftsman, masterwork quality desk. So I think that's what's here. You can kind of hear out the window that the commotion is settling down outside, and people are entering the keep. I think this is where we're gonna call it, because we still got to do the wrap up.
Okay.
And Steed wants to end before 6 o'clock.
Okay, I like it.
Ooh.
So, yeah, this is a good game.
Next time we're going to have an undercover session. I love these. These are my favorite kind.
Now we do rewards. Let me move you. There you go. You're in there. In the bedroom. So rewards. Belief Instincts goals. Did you get them? Who wants to go first? Who made that noise?
I believe everyone deserves help unless they prove me wrong. I did help those guys. They're doing their thing. I'm helping them. Kill cultists. I don't know. Goal: try to find a cure for the plague. In the process, instinct: always look for hidden objects. I did. No, I helped with instinct.
You helped and failed.
Failed.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only.
So I'm gonna say definitely a fate for the working on the goal. But your belief, everyone deserves help. Would just going on the adventure to cure everyone, like just starting that adventure, you think that would be enough to trigger it? Because I don't know if enough. They wanted to go murder cultists, and you didn't murder them. And I don't know if you have an intent on murdering cultists either.
I don't have the intent, but I guess trying to find the plague or find a cure for the plague is good enough reason. I'm kind of just doing it because Alfwin is plagued. And I don't want to see him die.
Here's the question: is curing the region of the plague, like the people back in the tent town that you like met? Is that any like, has that any importance on your character or not?
Actually, yeah. In Alden Ports, I always help those type of people because I am that type of person. As in, like, I am them basically. So yeah, I'm doing it to help them as well.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll say yes. And then next time, just make it, don't keep hitting your belief just because you're on an adventure to cure everyone. Is basically what I'm saying. Continue to
Okay.
look for opportunities to help people. So yeah, so two fate for you. Who's next?
My belief was that anything worth doing is worth doing in style. I think I looked cool flailing about when I was blind.
I
That
don't know
wasn't
if
on purpose.
I can be 100% honest. You did not look cool.
okay, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
agree
man.
with Alpha in there.
No. What else?
If you had like seen something really cool and like been like, oh, check this out, I see cool things with my wizard sight, I definitely would have given it to you. But instead, you just got blinded like a goober. Sorry, man.
It's all good. We all get goobed once in a while.
It's true.
Instinct. Always assess the danger when presented with a threat. I think I did that when I tried to scout ahead and ended up getting blind.
Yeah,
Mostly 'cause
you have to be helpful to the party though. So usually it means you have to succeed.
Oh, alright. And for the goal to help Elfwin cure his plague. I'm getting there. I don't think I did that today though.
No. But you've worked toward it. You've done some things. Followed the nearest lead. And made rolls to that end. So yeah. So I'd say one fate for that.
Alrighty.
Elfwin.
Thank you.
All right, my belief is the forest is in ruins and it's everyone's responsible.
Hello?
Sorry. I don't know. I mean, I kind of worked towards it, but not really. I didn't really act on it that much. I don't know. Maybe next time when I start like really taking.
The forest. You're taking care of the plague.
I guess, but I'm just trying to I'm just casing the joint right now. I'm not really taking like responsible actions, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you activate your instinct? I don't remember what it was.
As in the wilderness, keep an eye out for foes. I did not activate my instinct. I probably should have when we were traveling, but oh well. And my goal is to cure the region. I think partial there. So that's basically what I am doing.
Yeah, you're figuring it out. Whether or not they have.
I'm looking for something that could be interpreted as a cure or a treatment.
Whether or not you'll find it here remains to be seen. But you are.
But at least we'll be able to find something that's interesting, you know.
Yeah, there's
got to be something, right? There's a reason these guys aren't all dropped dead of plague. If we can figure out what that is.
Maybe the plague keeper.
Maybe you can, if we can't find a cure, you could be our new bioweapon. You just run into a place and just infect everyone and run out.
I think they're taking this disease on the stroll.
Maybe.
Here's the next goal, Elfwin. Go into the kitchen and make food for everyone. Everyone gets the plague and see what happens.
You're in a position to do that too.
Okay.
The shop.
Yeah, so I think, what is it, only one fate then?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Group rewards, MVP, embodiment, and team worker. I want to say I kind of want to give team worker to Roman for his extensive use of his new wise.
Really strong.
It is pretty strong, but
Really
like once you
strong.
map those areas, not so strong.
Yeah.
So I think what you probably want to do is use it as much and as often as you can, get those 4, and then change it to something more general. Because possibly after you've done those things, you know what I mean?
Well, I got 2 of the 4, so
Yeah. Now you just need to do something in those areas, and then spend some fate and persona to reroll dice. But yeah, I want to say teamworker for Roman. Is that fine?
Yeah.
All right. Persona, Roman. Then there is MVP, and there is embodiment. MVP. I don't know. Is there an MVP this session?
Hmm.
I like the way that Alpha built
There
the
weren't.
bridge. It was a good
There,
bridge.
yeah, I mean, there weren't really any big roles.
The bridge was pretty important. Not
Brid-
gonna lie.
I'm gonna say the bridge and the map was probably one of the more important roles.
Hmm. I mean, in terms of like functionality, the map is gonna like it was really important.
and he lost his fresh, but still gained thing.
You know what? I may have lost my fresh, but I'm.
Oh
always
yeah,
gonna-
he failed it anyway, and I gave it out of spite. So maybe not that. Maybe just the scavenger roll then, just because
Yeah.
if you guys didn't do that, you'd probably either swim or
All right, well,
have done
I'll take
nothing.
it.
Yeah, so I'll give Persona
Bridge.
to Elfwin for MVP. Sounds, I think.
Sounds good.
So embodiment, funny voices, making your instincts and traits stand out.
He's blind. Stop going that way.
Yeah, probably Corbusier. It could be rewarded to up to 2 people or 3 if there was a fourth member of the party. So it doesn't have to be a single person. But I actually don't think. No, I think his being blinded and his description of his wizard sight is generally cool. And allowed me to build off of it with being blinded and all that. Because he has cool description of wizard sight. Is there any other one who used like traits and stuff? I know Elfwin used a trait, firstborn, but I don't think there was like a evocative description. Just I'm an elf, I know trees.
I used wizard sight. It's the only trait that I used.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you probably will get it. I was just saying, could there be an additional person? But I don't think so.
All right. I misheard the first part.
Yeah. So yeah, you get Persona also Corbusier. So
Oh.
1 Persona each for everyone through the group rewards, and I
Call
think
me Corby.
Corby. We're
It's
done.
shorter.
Done the game. I'm gonna flash the thanks to Josh for his support on Patreon.
Josh, wherever you are, know that you are a supreme gentleman.
Yeah. Probably gonna buy the grind zine if it heads out on somewhere I can use Patreon dollars, which is what I call PayPal money.
The P bucks.
The P bucks. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.